how's it going? I cannot find a good lighting thing to do. Hey, thanks for the follow, AO420. And hello, DE Environment, and thanks for the follow also. And thanks Raffineo for the follow. I'm doing alright, Shadow Rabbit. Chill Saturday evening. Not sure how long this stream is going to be. I mean, if I get really caught up in what I'm doing, it will probably get long. I will try to keep it short at least because it's Eurovision finals today. I don't know if that's important for you where you are. I mean, it's not really important, but it's a fun thing to watch with friends online at least. Like a couple of years ago, we actually gathered in my place to watch the finals and made pizzas and voted for our favorite songs, and it was nice and wholesome. So we will probably do that as well, but maybe like online and minus the pizzas. But yeah, whatever. Until then, I will try and create some juicy VFX since I promised I would do that in the previous stream. Hey Resin, how's it going? So for people that don't know, this is like a small project I'm noodling at. Thanks for the follow, Laika Art. I mean, it's again for people who don't know, who are new to the stream, because it feels like there's quite a few. It's the purpose for it is to be like some sort of blend between maybe Hyper Light Drifter and maybe Tunic and a bit of Breath of the Wild and some story elements, and I don't know, it will be what it will be, but it's something I'm noodling at my spare time. And thanks for the follow, Shadow Rabbit. So yeah, past streams I was working, with controls and animation. Some VFX are already in there, even though they don't really follow the animations. Hey, Hailfall. Everything's alright. What's up with you? So yeah, one thing I started doing before was like adding some sort of very minimal interaction with the enemies. Right now, well, they're just looking at me, but if I actually enter their combat zone, they will start firing at me. And now they're firing like white capsules at random intervals, but I want to change that and have some juicy VFX for the projectiles. Just so I have something fun to work on. Again, like, it's saying that nothing is final here is an understatement. Like, nothing is even remotely prototype here. I don't even know how this thing will end up, or if it will end up being something. But you know what? I'm just having fun. So yeah, there's also some targeting with like some camera work and all that. No idea how I'm targeting though. That's something that some UI will fix at some point. I think it's this one. No, targeting this one. I mean, the projectiles don't really do anything right now for me, so I'm just avoiding them by instinct. Oh, wait, I thought okay, now I exited targeting. Yeah, still very unpolished, still very junky in some places, but yeah, whatever. So the goal is to make some fancy VFX for these guys. Oh, and thanks for the follow, and reality. And then reality, there's two ends there. Is the music alright, by the way? Can you hear it, or is it too loud? I can never tell. Maybe a little more. Got new headphones. They're Bluetooth. I'm finally untethered by the cables of headphones. Alright, thanks everyone. Thanks for the feedback. Okay, so projectile right now is a capsule. It's a nice looking capsule because of the deferred cell shading, but it's a capsule nonetheless, and I probably don't want to go with a capsule. So, you know what? There's a couple of, well, usually with VFX there are 3 components for projectiles, that is. So there's the muzzle, or like the build up and firing, whatever. There's the actual projectile, and then there's the impact. The impact I will probably leave for later. So, you know what, I'm leaving it to you. What do you think I should do first? Should it be like the muzzle or like charge and firing? Or should it be like the actual projectile? Because, I mean, there's a high chance that maybe there's not enough time for both. Not quite sure. Projectile. Muzzle, okay, it's 1-1. Right now I'm just manually counting. I should probably have some sort of bot or something for that stuff. I'm so bad at figuring out how Twitch works. Another muzzle, alright. Well, to be honest, muzzle is going to be more interesting, just so you know, because projectile, okay, it can have maybe some nice particles leaves behind, some trails, or I don't know what else, but muzzle is going to have like a pop. It's going to have like timing and elements and other stuff. So I think more people like the idea of muzzle, and I think I also convinced myself to start with muzzle. Yeah, sorry, and in reality you're the only one who won the projectile. It's okay, it's okay. I think, I hope there will be time for the projectile as well. So yeah. Hey Vecherka! You didn't miss much, I was just sawing around what we have so far and trying to figure out what I'll start with. Basically I'm making VFX for the projectiles of the enemies, and I'm going to start with like a muzzle flash thing. Well, not just a muzzle, but also some kind of charge up, because you know, I have to provide the player with feedback that, you know, they're going to shoot. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna start with this one, like the first one here. So, oh, thanks for the follow, Sagar4. So yeah, I don't have again, like always, I don't have a clear idea of what the VFX will look like. But I know it's going to have some sort of like charging, and maybe it would have some nice trailing effects as it's charging, and then, you know, you will have a good idea when it's about to shoot. So yeah, I only have maybe a few thoughts about the color scheme. Oh, thanks for the follow, Unmol27. Well, glad you managed to catch the stream, Ragnafinity 2219. Oh, by the way, here's something interesting that I think I'm not mistaken, but it feels that the horizon is crooked a little bit. I don't know if that's just me. Sometimes it happens when you move around a lot, or I haven't been able to properly reproduce it, but it happens, and then you just need to maybe go Yeah, now it's level. Before there was like a slight curve to it. Or maybe I'm imagining things, either way. Alright, so let's start with making the charging thing. I'm gonna place it right in his nose. Alright, I think that looks good enough. I think I can leave it here. Said no one ever with these particles. Okay, so I want particles to start outside, go inwards to signify like charging, so it's obviously going to be a circle. It's going to be burst, so no emission, just some of those, maybe 30, we'll see. Hey, Shadow Rabbit. Yeah. What project am I using? So, I don't know if you're just talking about if I'm using URP or something, but I'm not using URP. This is the built-in render pipeline. It's not legacy. Some people call it legacy. That's annoying. It's not legacy. It's still here. It's good. And it doesn't really matter which one in this case. I'm just using the shuriken particle system, which still, emphasis on still works in all render pipelines. The only thing that can change is the shaders that the particles are using. But besides that, everything I'll be showing here is applicable to any pipeline. I'm not using VFX graph or anything, this is like standard shuriken particles. Sure thing. Oh, and something that I shared on my Discord server, which by the way, if you don't know and you're interested, and as I'm stalling to find the invite link. Yeah, so because there's a lot of new people here, if you're interested, there's a nice, friendly, wholesome Discord server which is around technical art. And you know, we don't have like a knowledge threshold or something. Everybody's here to share knowledge and just chat. And it's like 75% of the content there is me bitching about European shader graph. So yeah, come join, it's fun. If you're not in there already, that is. What else? Okay, so yeah, I don't want the speed to go like this. Oh yeah, I remember the Discord server because I wanted to try out something that I just discovered. In the shuriken particle system, there's the external forces. Yeah, external forces thing, which I thought that it was just for like particle force zones. So there's this component here, the particle system force field, which let me just, all right. So yeah, if I move this here, you can see that, you know, the force field interacts with the particles and all that, which, okay, that I knew, but apparently something that was pretty obscure, or something that I was the last one to find out apparently, is that you can actually use wind zones to affect particles. I haven't tried it, I want to try it right now, because I mentioned it in the Discord and I had no idea that was a thing. Yeah, it is a thing. You can use wind zones to, you know, move particles. Yeah. And you know, if it's spherical, I'm not sure what what's going to look like if it's spherical. Oh, yeah, it just gets pushed away from the source, I would imagine. So if it's like this, yeah, it glows like this. Vector fields. I wouldn't bet on that, no. It's only whatever the wind zone offers you, which is like such an obscure Unity feature. Like, there's just so little documentation and so little you can find about how the wind zone works. Like, if you wanted to make a custom shader that, you know, uses the wind zone stuff to work, I have never managed it, but maybe I haven't opened the right shaders, but still, yeah, that's cool. But it's also irrelevant to what we're doing now. So this is what we have now. It's nothing. Radius thickness should be 0, so we only get particles on the outer side of the circle. By the way, no looping. This is a no looping zone. The particles now spawn randomly. It's fun. It's okay, but you know what? No, you know what? I'm going to keep it like that. I'm going to keep it randomly. Lifetime is going to be somewhere around 0.5 and maybe even less, but let's start with 0.5 and 1. And you know what, these are going to be like trails coming from the inside, from the outside inwards, with like spiraling and noise and fancy gestures. So I'm gonna reduce their size as well so they're more legible. And let's see, I definitely want some velocity over lifetime. They're going to rotate around the z-axis, that's for sure. So now they're going like this. And if I set the radial to be -1, they're going inward towards the center basically. If I set it to -2, they're going to go towards the center even faster. And yeah, you get the gist. So on the particles themselves, it's nothing. You know what? I'm going to remove that just so I can see. Yeah, on the particles themselves, it's not something really interesting to see, but turning the trails on, reducing that width and all that, you get some nice spiraling. I don't want to see the actual particles, I just want the trails. So you know, that works. And reducing the lifetime will also, you know, do that. You get the point. Okay. I'm gonna try and make some trail materials. Not sure how well they will end up looking, but you know, I'm gonna try. Thanks for the follow, Quesinini. So trails 1. I'm gonna try and use my custom VFX master shader. So this is actually custom shader. It's handwritten by me. It works in built-in and it works in URP because vertex fragment shaders written in CG still work in URP, or at least they used to at some point. I don't know if they like yeeted them out as well, but yeah. Gonna reduce the minimum vertex distance just so we can get some smoothness here. Maybe reduce the count as well. And you know what? I'm gonna add burst spread in the mode here. In case you don't know, it's not really intuitive, but if you set something like any shape to emit a burst like I'm doing here, and you set the mode from random to burst spread, it evens out the particles, like it puts them in even distances, so you can get cool shapes like that. Cool. All right. Thanks for confirming, Ori. And you know, maybe it looks too uniform if they start from like equal distances, but there are ways to you know, give a bit of noise to that. You can either change the orbital velocity, or maybe even the radial here. So I mean, you know, they're all going towards the center, but some are going faster than others, even if they're starting like from equal distances. Is the music alright? Again, because it's really loud on the headphones. So I have like only one trail texture with which I'm happy. It's this one right here. Oh, you can barely hear the music. Okay. Maybe it's better now. So yeah, I have this fancy little trail texture. This is like the only trail texture I was ever happy with. It usually works well. In case you've been on one of my previous streams, you have actually seen this trail in action right here. This is like the little trail VFX I did at some point. Thanks for the follow, KNMXYZ. So yeah, though these are going to be relatively small, so I don't know how well those would work. But we'll find out. So first off, they're going to be transparent for sure. Let's go with alpha blended for now. Okay, so right off the bat it's not looking great. Maybe going like this would help a little bit. Alright. I should change the width, maybe make it pointy at the end. Or maybe not really feeling this. I can actually use the masks to mask out the start and the end, so that could be the width. Alright. I will obviously change the colors as well, so don't worry. This can also move, but like the other way. Come on. Okay, this is going somewhere, I think. The start is a bit meh because you can see like this thing happening, but we can hide that a little bit. Yeah, alright. And we can add some noise as well to, you know, offset them and make it look like even a bit more random as well. Only on the X, not really on the Z, so that, you know, it doesn't go back and forth. I'm not gonna go crazy with it because I do want them still to go towards the center. Which means, actually, you know what? I'm going to maybe use a curve. So like, bear with me. Okay, that's intense. Still quite intense. Maybe less frequency. Add some scroll speed, why not? It's free. Come on. Okay, that's getting a bit out of hand, I think. Keep it minimal. So they start with a bit of noise, but you know, it quickly gets down to 0 so they can go spiral towards the center. Okay, what now if they were more opaque? Maybe a little bit of smoothness. I will fix the colors too, by the way. It's not going to have like a solid color. Thanks for the follow, Omid1398. By the way, in case you didn't know, there are shortcuts for the particle system. When you have selected one, you can actually replay it with what symbol is this? Yeah, with a slash. And let me find. Not. There is also like play, pause, and stop, and all that. And you know, there's also going back and forth with M and N. So yeah, that's definitely useful. So what would happen if I added another, like a little whirly noise? We do love whirly noise in this home. Okay, stop moving for like 1 second, thinking. Okay, what if I have less? Alright, it's looking like this. That's interesting. I can work with this, I think. Should it be multiply or definitely not add? Min, max, multiply. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So this is why I love whirly noise. You know, it looks, depending on the scale, it can look like really blunt or like noisy, but like, especially when you go stretch it out and reduce the scale on one axis, you get like really nice anime-esque effects. Don't worry about this mess in the center, by the way. I know why this is happening. So this is happening because the radial is too high. Hey Akulele, I will join. I said that I will join, okay? I said it also at the start of the stream. I want to watch Eurovision tonight, okay? Don't push me. I mean, either way, Cyprus is going to win and we know it. You know, an extension to unset particles on timeline. Unset particles. Oh, you said what? What do you mean? I'm confused. I didn't know. Thanks for the follow, Willstall, and welcome to the stream. So nice to see you here. Oh yeah, I know. I actually use that a lot when I'm when I'm combining effects. It's super useful when combining like animations, and you want to like time particle effects on them. It's like super useful. It took me quite a while to get into the timeline, but it's actually good. It's a good tool. You can make really cool stuff with it. Yeah, exactly. It's really awesome to like set up sequences and all that. Thanks for the follow, Phil Perlini. And thanks for the follow, Dalulin Vega. Why is there so many of you today? Is it like something special? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm really happy you're all here, but usually there's less of you. I feel like I should be self-conscious now. well, some are mine, like this, the trail is mine. And I mean, the noise is, you know, like standard Worley cell noise, whatever. Yeah, actually, they're all, most of them are from Substance Designer. That was something weird on my camera there. Anyway, it's getting possessed, I guess. It was about time. Anyway, yeah, Substance Designer is really awesome to make these kind of textures. Like half of the win for these textures here is just like one node, the auto levels node. You can just pack in and blend however many textures you want, and you know, drive your values crazy. And then you slap an auto levels on, and you know, you get all the full range from 0 to 1, and you're just golden. Yeah, it's it's a really versatile tool. I mean, you probably know already how many stuff you can do with it. But it's not really daunting to learn, because a lot of its logic resembles shaders. So, you know, I think you'll be fine. Alright, I also want to maybe shrink them when they go in too deep. Okay, now if they start randomly, how would that look? Not sure which one I like. Anyway, did I ever play with the new 3D textures? 3D textures in Unity or like in Substance Designer? Oh, those are not new. I think only the preview thing is actually new. You could have 3D textures for a while now. Though to be honest, I don't really have a lot of use cases for them. Technically, I'm trying to think. Technically, when I generate caustics with generated whirly noise, I do create like a 3D whirly noise. So if that was a texture, it could be a 3D texture. But I haven't found a lot of applications for me to go deep into 3D textures. I mean, if I actually knew a lot of things around ray marching and stuff like that, then maybe they could definitely be useful there. Okay, so let's try out some colors. The main color scheme is going to be like blue and maybe some gold in it too. So I'm just trying out some already generated gradient maps I have before I make one, just to see, you know, if something would work, just to get a nice basis. Well, to be fair, the solid color is actually looking good now. Voxel fog. What do you mean with voxel fog? Oh, thanks for the follow, Faradius. Okay, I think that's a good start. Also, this makes 0 sense. I should use the color from here. Yeah. Or even so, you know what? Let's try some colors out. Fixed. I like that. Oh, Unity's volumetric fog is voxels. You mean the HDRP volumetric fog? I would assume, because like that's the only volumetric fog. Hey, Elamude. As you can tell, by the way, like 80% of the process of making VFX is hitting restart over and over again, just to, you know, get a good feel of it. Does it look like LOL to you? Thanks for the follow too, Elamude. Okay, I think I won't tweak this anymore. I will just add more elements. I think I can work with this. Oh, also, cool thing I have added in this VFX Master Shader. Sometimes it works, some other times maybe not, but I want to try it. I have a stepped time thing here, which basically makes the textures move in a more stepped fashion, so that they actually look like they're, you know, hand animated. It's a silly effect, but you know, sometimes it's nice. I mean, yeah, I use C# for this project. I have to write code somehow. I'm not going to use visual scripting, like that's for sure. Do you see these ugly seams? Like, this is... Unity's trails are a mess. Unity needs to fix its trails thing, its whole trail renderer. It's a mess. Okay, okay. Driving myself insane with just this effect, so just calling it spiral and adding more effects. You know, as it sucks stuff in, I can add some more particles going towards the center, so there's that. So usually the way I go about this kind of effects is, you know, some kind of spiraling and, you know, pulling in, something grows in the center like a core, and you know, it grows and then just pops, but first it shrinks a little bit and then it pops, and you know, you get the muzzle and the projectile and all that. using C++? No, this is Unity. It only supports C# and visual scripting. Some ages ago, you know, JavaScript was possible, and as I was rambling about in the previous stream, you could also write scripts in Boo, which is like a Python-esque language that absolutely nobody knows. Lua, I have no idea how Lua works. I mean, I just seen Lua at some point, but no idea what it's like actually. It's a user noted. I think the trails on VFX graph are actually better, Eury. I think like that it's probably using some kind of new trail system. So this is just going to be called particles. I know it's not very descriptive, but they're actually, you know, particles like going in. So yeah, and this is actually going to be with emission, so it's going to pull more and more and more. It's going to be stretch billboard. They're going to start from outside, so small thickness. GTA RP, huh. Yeah, I guess, yeah, that could use Lua. Yeah, standard pipeline. I mean, it's called standard for some reason, which, by the way, it's not actually called standard, but a lot of people are confused, and naturally they're confused and they call it standard. But I think the official name, or at least I've seen Unity people call it that, it's built-in render pipeline. So it's BIRP, B-I-R-P. LWRP, oh my god, what a mess was LWRP. And mostly because they just went and renamed it to URP after that. Thanks for the follow, Exopunk. So do I have some simple, I think I do have some simple particles. I'm gonna need some glowy particles. Hey Exopunk, how's it going? How's your Saturday going? Yeah, let's go nuts with a glow here. Wanna become famous? You know what? I would at least appreciate if they would start like writing the songs of the Big Time Rush song. Like not just wanna become famous, just, you know, go ahead and say, do you wanna be famous? I think that's, yeah, that's how they get banned though. Don't want to ruin it for you, Eury. It's still a nightmare to look up things online with all the fragmentation that happens now with Unity. Like, I don't know if you probably remember when I was again ranting in the Discord server about the getting just the albedo texture in HDRP. Like that should be so easy, but apparently you have to look up abstract output variables, AOV, and use a very obscure and weird API to get the albedo texture. Oh, cool, Xpunk. What is your game about? Have I seen it somewhere? There's a high chance I have seen it, but I don't remember a lot of things. No. Oh. Do you have a link for people to check out? Asset-based workflow. I'm not entirely sure how you mean it, Resin. Oh, but I guess I can actually imagine. I think I'm with you on that one. I really hate flooding my project with assets that I'm only going to use for like one specific purpose in one scene. Which is another reason that I don't have a lot of fun with shader graph. Like making functions. Like for example, okay, the whole thing for function is to allow reusability, okay. But if I just need a function to organize the mess that my graph is becoming, I don't want it to be a new file necessarily. Oh, the Ludum Dare game looks awesome, Exopunk. Nice atmosphere. I will try and play it later. Yeah, Ari, it's like such a nice text editor when you use like the string version of the custom functions. Such a nice editor. It even cuts off like the last two characters of your code. Like, okay, I guess why would you want to know if you have added a semicolon at the end of your code or not? You know what? I think I can make something cool, but I might be mistaken. Okay, so when you're not in emission mode, and if you change the modes from random to loop, it will basically start looping around your shape. This is not looking that great though. Maybe no. Text that does not wrap around. You have to increase the size of graph inspector for that. Ah, yeah. I like your optimism. I like that you think that we're using like at work, that we're using the new shader graph version that has the graph inspector and not actually writing the code in the node. I wish I had the graph inspector. Oh wow, you're 15 already and working with Python and Lua, that's cool. When I was 15 I used to write BASIC and Pascal. They were still super outdated then, by the way, I'm not like 40. Okay, my experiment didn't work, so going back to random, I guess. Okay, this... I think this looks cool enough. Maybe I can... Not super in love with my colors yet, but that's maybe something to fix. Oh no, Elamude, it's very much not close to anything. It's just me playing around and procrastinating from actually making a proper thing. So yeah, just making stuff here and there and basically just having some random things to play around with at my spare time. So yeah, not a lot of things are in already, like movement is in, I guess it's functional. I think you will probably be an adult by then, if not a senior citizen. Not sure how long it will take. I mean, I'm just, you know, trying stuff out, having fun. If a game comes out of it, then cool. But, you know, I would not bet on that. Okay, I think that's alright for the charging. Maybe. Or you know what, I'm gonna throw in one more thing. Just gonna call it disk. No shape. It's going to be like just one particle. Thanks for the follow, Kiwi Kaki. No speed. Gonna make it a big boy. Oh, actually some glow would also be good. Okay, I'm gonna add more things. But now I just want to make a charging disk. One, I don't know. I have a bad time naming materials. There's 40 people watching. What's happening? It's Saturday. Eurovision is on. Okay, so this is going to be like a charging disk thing. So I think it's called gradient ring. Oh no, I don't want it to be like this. I want it to be, you know what, just noise. That noise again. But it's going to be in polar coordinates. Here we go. Masking this up a little bit. Or actually, no, it's going to be like this. I'm not from Israel. Why are you asking? Okay, I want to make it also transparent, maybe add some softness, not so much softness, maybe reduce this. And nope, screw that, I don't like it. I'm just gonna add a glow. Oh no, it's a veiled Greek accent. I'm from Greece. Oh, cool. Oh, nice. I've been in many places in Peloponnesus in the past. I can't say it's like my favorite Greek place to be. I mean, we have so many nice islands, man. See, the thing is, I'm not very familiar with a lot of actual places in Greece. Geography is not my strong suit, especially Greek-wise. Oh, thanks for the follow, Python390. See, I know all these names, but you know, if you show me a map of Greece, probably won't be able to show you where they are. Oh, this should be additive. Oh, I see. Yeah, I've heard it's nice there. It's not the places I've been to, though. I've been more in like more urban places there, like Patra and Aegio. So, what do I do for a living? I am a technical artist. I'm working at a UK studio called Jumpship. And I also do some freelance on the side. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's pretty. Oh yeah, I know that place. Yeah. I'm just, bad with names and places, but, I know that obviously. It's interesting though, most, people outside Greece are more interested in the islands. And I don't blame them. The islands are cool. Oh, Eric, you were talking about the... yeah, okay, yeah. I was concerned that you were talking about the VFX for a bit, and I'm like, I'm not going for a mushroom cloud. What is he talking about? Oh, Salonika. No, I'm situated in Athens, so city boy. I feel that maybe this is too flashy for like an attack, because it's going to happen often, but it's okay. We're just making sparkly VFX here, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do the muzzle now. Turns out I probably won't have enough time for the projectile and impact as well. Maybe in the next stream, just to have some more stuff to show. Well, the turtles are awesome, and endangered too. You know what would be fun? I will try it, but I will probably fail, but let's see. Maybe I can really drive the X. Yeah, that's what I want. I wanted to like stretch on the X, and in this case maybe go down quicker on the Y, so you get like this streak. Oh yeah, yeah, it's cool. can I push the X more? I want to like make it ridiculous. Can I make it ridiculous? Oh, that's the most ridiculous it can get, I guess. Unless I pull this there. That's cool. I don't enjoy my colors so much right now, I think. But it's okay, it's okay. I can't afford to care a lot. Okay, and now for the actual muzzle flash. Okay, first one is going to be easy, just going to be like one particle, no speed, gonna be a big boy, and throw some glow on it. Yeah, I think I went a bit insane with the glow here. Gonna be really brief, just like 0.2. And maybe faster? No. It could be brighter. Yes. You know what, just to make it fun, I'm gonna add a light to it. So yeah, just going to be like a point light, so light. No shadows, no nothing, you know, we're in deferred, so just a free little light, and it can be spawned from the particle ratio of 1. Yeah, that's it. So then just spawn the one particle. Do not use the particle color. I have a color in the light. That's also something cool to keep in mind, that you can just use a light, even if it's disabled, it's maybe another way, because otherwise you might need to make it a prefab. As I mentioned earlier, I don't like having redundant things in my project folder, so no need to make that a prefab. You can just keep it disabled, and the particle system won't care, it will spawn that regardless. Maybe reduce the range. Oh, Resin, were you not here when I was struggling with the deferred shaders? It's custom cell shading in the deferred shader instead of with custom lighting models. So like this is actually the this is actually the default material. So yeah, there is posterization, like 2-band lighting in the attenuation and in the shading. So it's all working out of the box. Yeah, it's not even using a ramp, it's just rounding and stepping the light. Thanks for the follow, QBC. So yeah, same thing on everything. I mean, it has a neat little effect, you know? Oh, thanks, Resin. And don't worry, guys, about talking about Greece, it's fine. We can use the tourism. Not this year, maybe starting next year, let's make sure that, the whole pandemic thing is over first. Yeah, I mean, if you're not using deferred, that would be the way to go. Maybe even using custom lighting models with a surface shader, or just use a vertex fragment shader and go nuts. But yeah, I'm still on the fence about keeping the deferred shader or going forward again. I'm not gonna lie. But having it be applied to everything is a nice plus. But if I want to have much more special things in different shaders, then deferred is getting a bit hard to control. Oh yeah, that's fair, but I mean, you can have some as post-processing. I mean, I don't have any issue with anti-aliasing right now, so alright. Obviously it's going to have some distortion, because you know that I love distortion. But more importantly, there's something that I love even more than distortion, and that's chromatic aberration. So it's going to have some of that as well. Yeah, exactly. Deferred is nice if you have a consistent look, obviously, because everything is going to be shaded the same way, but sometimes maybe you don't want everything to be shaded the same way. That's where problems start. Or at least that's where problem starts for me, because I don't have the knowledge to expand on the deferred pipeline. Because if I could add like my own G buffers, for example, that would be awesome. I mean, technically I can. Technically I could. You know, maybe not very internally, but you know, replacement shaders and command buffers, and sending that as a global texture so the deferred shader can read it, and then using that, so maybe. Oh, alright Elamode, have a nice night, thanks for joining. Okay, I want the distortion, so no speed, small lifetime, big size, big boy. Is that good enough distortion? No. I don't like the displacement or the distortion. This is looking cool though, maybe with a bit less intensity. Okay, darling. Hope you have fun with Apex. Oh well. Couldn't get what was wrong. Oh, such a banger. Okay, we'll tone it down with the chromatic aberration, I guess. Thank you, Vecherka. Of course there's no such thing as too much chromatic aberration. I know people don't agree with me, but that's the truth, so yeah, sorry, I don't make the rules. Yeah. Can I make this go in front? Yeah, that's better. Oh, thanks for the follow. If you're talking about me at least. That's a nice little effect. Needs more chromatic aberration. No, I'm kidding. Oh, that should be, yeah, that should be 0. Okay, now to actually make some muzzle flash effects, because right now it's just like the glow and the distortion. Oh. What could I start with? Some kind of expanding rings? I mean, there is some sort of a concept behind these enemies. They're going to be more like mechanical structures, so they're going to resemble a lot of Breath of the Wild enemies, like the robot enemies. But right now, neither the muzzle nor the charging actually reflects that, now that I think about it. So let's just do random things that look pretty. Okay, again, copy component. Alright. Okay, that's too big. I might have gotten a bit carried away with the scales. Okay, so that looks like this. Also, this should probably be walled. Sorry about that. And rotating -90 on the X. No. Oh, 180. Or if just do double sided and be done with it. Can be smaller. Gonna make it dissolve instead of just fade out, because mainly because I can, to be honest. So I already have my custom shader here, so I can use the custom vertex streams with custom data and take the X component of that custom data and also feed it to the actual shader too. Custom. Oh, this is all off screen, but it's okay. Yeah, I just added the XYZ on the first custom data vector to these coordinates. So that means I can use the X. Well, if I don't use it as a curve, it basically acts as a dissolve slider. But because I can use a curve, I can make it dissolve whenever I want. So now it gets dissolved. Oh, that distortion might be a bit intense. I can't believe I'm saying this, but maybe there's too much chromatic aberration. Okay, it's cool. Are the colors off from the previous? Yeah, I think they're a bit off. I'm gonna add some glowy particles, I guess. I should really have a concept for these things. I'm just going in blind, really. Let's keep it a cone. You know what? It's gonna be a cone. Gonna spawn a metric butt ton of these. Speed is going to be random between, like, I don't know, 2 and 10. Going to use the particles, sorry, the glow. Yes. They're going to be stretched. Going to be much smaller. Much faster. But they're gonna have some limit on their velocity. They're gonna scale down as they leave, and gonna have the correct color, ideally. Smaller angle. Smaller radius, smaller thickness. And a bunch of noise. But it's only gonna be applied there. This feels too generic, but I should have come with more ideas, I guess. How would it look in a circle? Yes, think that could stay a little longer. Not so much longer. Not sure I'm feeling it, to be honest. I'm glad you like it, Eri. I'm just, you know, these are like my go-to techniques to start to make this kind of effects. And because they're my go-to, I've obviously used them a lot in many different situations, so I feel that they're too generic. I don't know, I'd like them to be more unique, more special, and you know what, when I get the time, I will try and at least think about how they would be more catered to, you know, what the enemy is going to be and the whole concept, and basically just think of a concept for this, because like this is just a generic muzzle flash, and this is just like a generic charging effect. I mean, okay, I guess it looks good for what it is, but technically, but you know, I don't feel it to be very special. But I'm also a perfectionist, and I'm almost never happy with what I make. So there's that. Thanks for the follow, UltraPunch123. Okay, so the glow can be more glowy. Yeah, also that's another issue, resin. It does feel high impact, and the thing is that this is just like a simple attack from like an enemy, and like there's already 3 of them there. So can you imagine adding a screen shake to every one of them? Yeah, to be honest, this started as like a... Yeah, it might work. I can try it. Yeah, well, that started as the normal attack, I guess. But you know, if the interval is large enough, it could be, you know... they could just have like these big attacks. Again, I feel that I'm not going to be using this with these enemies. I don't know. Just making sparkles. Oh, it's cute of you to assume that I have a 60 degrees FOV. Yeah, of course. I don't have a 60 degrees FOV, I have a 40 degrees field of view because I like shallow field of views. Yeah, not gonna lie, maybe that's... Yeah, 60 would look like this. Wow, this is crazy for me now. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you remember, but I initially started with an orthographic camera. Oh, I remember what I wanted. This glow should not be View should be world. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Come on, show yourself. Where is it? Oh, okay. Very good. And let's make it two-sided just for. Okay, so let's see about integrating, maybe? Alright. Play on awake, no looping whatsoever. Scaling should be like this. No looping, no looping, no looping. Hey Cheyenne, I'm glad you like it. I don't. No, I guess it turned out okay. I would like more of a concept to it. It ended up it ended up being more generic than I would like. But it's okay, I had fun making it. I don't know, I find it generic. Okay, it's not like I have a very clear visual direction here. I mean, just cubes. But yeah, in my head, I'd like to think of something more unique. But then again, I had no plan, so I just made things. Well, maybe it's not generic in general, but like it's generic for me because it's like all the things I do every time I make effects like this. Okay, let's see about integrate. Okay. Yeah, Ari, that's exactly the problem. I make too many awesome things that I cannot get impressed by anything I make because I'm too used to making awesome things. I couldn't have said it better. My awesomeness is my demise. Let's see, so how long does this 0.7, I guess. Alright, gonna integrate them like very naively right now, and maybe fix that later, maybe. So just jump to VFX and what the yeah, original. I wouldn't add too much. Actually, no. Wait. What do you mean? You had too much OT particles, or was that the typo? Oh, okay, that was it. Yeah, yeah, it's clean, I guess. But you know, maybe I would want to try out something with like more shapes and more like different concept and colors. Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. You can do so much stuff with particles. I've made some, with the help of amazing concepts, by the way, I've made some really intricate VFX for some clients that I cannot share because NDA. But trust me, you can push the Shuriken system a lot. Like, that was actually one of the best freelance gigs I had because I was working really closely with an art director, with the art director, and he was so demanding and like such a big perfectionist, but that was awesome because he gave me some really great feedback and some really, you know, to the point changes that he wanted me to make. Like, I've had clients that, you know, I would send them one thing and they'd be like, oh, that's awesome, that's amazing, that's exactly what we wanted, and you know, that's always good. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm very happy when that happens. But you know, maybe sometimes I'm not feeling that it's my best work, and that guy really worked me down to the bone. But I made some of my most favorite effects on that gig that I cannot show. Alright, so you know what, this is going to go there first. Okay, when that's done, you play the child VFX, so just like play, and then wait some more. Yeah, like really hard-coded value, just so you know it's nice and hard-coded, and then you play the Muzzle VFX as you shoot a projectile. Hey, Hami. One time you managed to catch my stream, this happens. Wow. You crushed my Unity. Yeah, because you joined the stream, Jesus. That's okay. Thanks for joining and for following also, but no, you're like pretty close to the end of the stream, just so you know. Oh no. Oh no, that's bad. Sometimes when I'm working on a jump game, at some point I decide to, you know what, it's a good time to back up this project and just, copy the folder and put it somewhere else, and then just so I have a backup, because yeah, I would be so pissed if I lost my project in the middle of a jump. Well, you probably should have. Oh damn! Wow, that's intense. All right. Let's see it in action. Hold up. They should not play on a wave. Did they play on a wave? Well, they shouldn't. That was weird. Whoa! Gives a good feedback that they're about to shoot. Okay. One obvious thing is that the ring is not following the rotation. So, I mean, I can actually see that if I rotate these guys and then yeah, the ring should be in no, hold up, I know that. That's one of the annoying things. Yeah, turns out it looks good, and it gives a good feedback that they're about to shoot, so, I'm counting that as a win. I want to fix the render alignment though. I think it's facing? No. Oh, it's local. Yeah, it's local. So if I go to this one and hit the muzzle glow, yeah, okay. Okay, let's try this again. Alright, they're onto me and they're about to shoot now. Whoa. Okay, you know what? Okay, it looks good. I like how it looks, okay? I think it works. Are you happy now? Woo. Okay, I think I can do this all day, so maybe I shouldn't. Oh, one thing I forgot, okay, yeah, that's also another thing, is that the glow, I did the same mistake with the glow here as well. So it should be local, not facing. not wall, local. There you go. That will give me that near streak. Why are you playing on awake? Did that change? No. That was a weird thing. Usually, you can't really have the children playing on awake and like the parent not playing on awake. Usually, when you change it on one particle, it changes on everything, like it did now. But for some reason, yeah, see, it didn't get registered. Weird. Okay. Nothing playing on awake now. Okay, let's see. I just want to see how the streak is looking. Whoa. All right. Exopunk, actually I'm going to call the stream finished for now, so yeah, probably won't catch me later. Yeah, okay, turns out I indeed didn't have time to do the projectile, so it was only like muzzle flashes, but I think it was fun either way. Again, I would like it to be like a tiny bit more unique, but again, I will never be happy with what I make. That is my curse. But I'm happy with how it turned out technically, and it looks nice while playing, so it's something. And I think it's a good time to call it a stream and see if Eurovision is still playing. So thanks everybody for joining. I hope you had fun. I hope you liked what you watched. There were quite a lot of you today, which was awesome. And yeah, I think I will have some more VFX in the next stream because we need the projectile and impact and all that stuff. Or maybe I will create new muzzle effects from scratch. Maybe to be happy about them. I don't know. In any case, thanks so much for joining, and I will see you in the next stream. Have a nice rest of the day. See ya.